Hi, my name is Gabrielle Blecky. Are you overweight? Have you had numerous attempts to lose weight using diet and exercise and failed? Is your BMI over 40 or over 35 with serious health risks? If so, you may be eligible for gastric bypass.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi there, I'm Katie Good, and I am in here today because my doctor said that I was morbidly obese, meaning that I have a BMI of greater than 40. I have tried multiple dieting techniques such as the keto diet and Nutrisystem, and even some exercise like cardio drumming to lose weight, but it seems that I cannot get the weight loss results that I would like. I am very driven and ready to make the change in my life to be a healthier individual, because with being overweight comes a high blood pressure. I can't exercise with my children like I would like. I am very easily fatigued with light exercise, like I said, and I just really want to take the hardest step, which is the first, and become a healthier individual for myself and my family.
So, have you ever heard of gastric bypass?
My grandma down the street actually had the gastric bypass procedure, and it worked for her. She has gained a little bit of the weight back, but I'm willing to make changes to not let that happen to me. I really like food, so I feel like that will be a harder thing for me, but I mean, if I'm full, then I guess I have to be satisfied.
What do you hope to get out of this procedure, and what are your goals for this procedure?
My end goal after this surgery is to be a healthy individual who can actively do things with my family without getting overwhelmed or tired quickly. I really want to be a healthier weight, and I know the ideal of being extremely thin is probably not realistic, but I just want to be a healthy individual who can live my life to my fullest and spend as many enjoyable moments as I can, because right now I am really struggling with enjoying life because I have all this extra weight that's kind of holding me back. So I am going to try gastric bypass surgery.
Here are two of our health professionals, one a nutritionalist and one a surgeon, to explain in more depth what the criteria for gastric bypass are, what the procedure is in and of itself, and some benefits and some risks of this procedure.
Hi, I'm Alexis Pereza, and I'm a nutritionist.
Hi, I'm Jamie Saida, and I'm a gastric bypass surgeon.
And today we're here to talk to you about the pros and cons of gastric bypass surgery. With gastric bypass surgery, 60 to 80% access long-term weight loss, with typically 50% of weight loss in the first 6 months. Another thing to know about gastric bypass surgery is that you have a set amount of adipose cells, and the size varies depending on how much you consume. With gastric bypass surgery, the aim is to reduce the size of your adipose cells through decreasing the amount of calories you absorb and consume. Another pro is that you have increased energy.
As with any surgery, gastric bypass has some risks, such as blood clotting, infection, and removing part of the intestine. More specific risks with gastric bypass can be vitamin and mineral deficiencies. This will cause you having to receive daily vitamin and mineral supplements. If you don't make lifestyle changes, your new pouch can stretch and the gastric bypass surgery will no longer be effective. When you consume food, it will bypass the duodenum and travel through the jejunum, so your calorie absorption is minimalized. So this, what was previously known as your old stomach, but then we staple it off and this will become your new stomach, or known as the pouch, which is about 1 ounce or the size of a walnut. The new pouch will lead to the jejunum, which will later be connected to the bottom of the duodenum. This allows for digestive enzymes and stomach acids to eventually meet the food to continue continue digestion. Once food leaves your esophagus, it will go into the new pouch, which will then lead down the jejunum and bypass all the old stomach and most of the duodenum to minimize calorie absorption.
Hi, I'm Alexis Ferreza, and I'm a nutritionalist, and I'm here to tell you the requirements of gastric bypass surgery. So with gastric bypass surgery, you have to have a BMI of 40 or higher, or a BMI of 35 or higher with serious health implications. You also have had to try multiple weight loss techniques but have failed. You will also have to do a psychological exam to make sure you are committed to this lifestyle change. Because with this surgery, you will be required to make grand changes to your diet. And if you do not follow the changes to your diet, your stomach will stretch out and the surgery will no longer work and you will not lose weight.
This is what your plate will look like before having the surgery. Notice the high amount of calories, and there is a lot of food on these two plates. This is what your food should look like after. You want to be eating smaller meals and having lower calorie intake.
Now we are going to revisit Katie Good, our gastric bypass patient who had gastric bypass surgery about 6 months ago.
Hi there, I'm Katie Good, and I'm going to kind of talk to you about my follow-up and my life changes from my gastric bypass surgery that I had about 6 months ago. With the gastric bypass surgery, I have lost a total of 120 pounds. I am so much more healthy and happy. I can actually go and do walks and not feel as miserable as I did before. I can play with my kids outside. The only problem that I have had and noticed with my gastric bypass surgery was that I struggle with carbonated beverages because they tend to fill my stomach quicker than food. So if I'm gonna drink them, that's going to be my meal and it's only going to be a couple sips. But I've heard before that that was kind of a side effect with the gastric bypass surgery. Overall, the gastric bypass surgery has lowered my blood pressure and lowered my BMI and has made me a happy individual, and it is a truly life-changing procedure. And I do understand that it doesn't work for some people, but I'm very blessed that it has worked for me, and it's all about changing your mindset and having a positive outlook on the effects it will have on you. So thank you to my doctors for making me a happy and changed woman.